Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Connie with Bray Paper Crafts. Do have a new scrapbook layout I'm going to be sharing with you today. This is a double page layout. I'm using the Mouse with Sunflower or Mouse with Sunflowers and Mouse with Sunflower 2. This is from Little Scraps of Heaven Designs. And I'm also going to be using some digital paper from, Nitwit Collections. It's Pumpkin Patch. Pretty sure that's what it's called. I'm not giving any measurements except for I will share with you the sizes of my mice and my photo mats. I will share with you the individual I watched. It's got the layout idea from Snips by Kelly Baxter here on YouTube. I will share a link to her video that I got this from. I don't want to take away from what she did. She's got a great channel also. And I do watch different YouTubers to get ideas. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started and get this put down so we're not here forever. And I'm going to attempt to use my ATG, and some of these might have measurements on. I don't know if they all do, but you see them well. But also I'm going to be using a bit of liquid glue. I just so I have some wiggle time in here. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. I did take a lot of time off this summer. Basically, it got too hot to be able to turn the air conditioner off pretty late of time. And I also spent a lot of time with my great niece this summer. It'll be the last summer that I will really be able to spend time with her because uh, in she won't be with her great grandmother anymore in the summers, I don't believe. So that was enjoyable. Sorry, I'm just lining up these pieces as best I can along the edges. I My one reason for using both tape and liquid glue is because I do have just a little bit more wiggle room with my papers. I am not sure. I gotta think about this now. Let's see. How can I miss so many pieces already? Excuse me. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay. And I have to think about how these are going, and I want to get them. I'm using pattern paper, obviously, and it's got a direction to it, so I have to make sure that they're going the right direction also. Does that make sense? I'm not good at that. So now this piece, correctly, how this is going. Yeah, this I got to get my tea ruler out for it, which I tried to have everything fairly handy, but what can I say? Okay, let's get this somewhere. Just trying to, I have new glasses, and because of my fluid retention, my face was quite swollen when I got them adjusted, and I can't, now they're loose again, and I have to go get them readjusted. And then, I tell you, it's crazy. Let's see. Try not to get my head and stuff in here. I'm just going to go with, I tell you what, I have to put a piece of tape on the back of this because it keeps moving. I was going to use white. That's what Kelly had used. Well, I tried that. I'm not good at all white backgrounds. I don't know what it is. Hers looks really nice, and I see other people do it. I don't like it. I don't know what's wrong with me. And I got in my stash, I was going to use like a pale yellow or something. I didn't like that either. That just didn't work for me. So basically what I just am using paper from my stash. Now this is straight because I'm eyeballing. I'm not doing anything, and I really should figure out where I'm at so I can get this the same length on the other side or as close as possible. Okay. Anyway, what I was trying to say, I just went in my stash and got some paper that I thought would work. I'm trying very hard not to buy anything new anymore. I do one thing every month, but I have decided, looking around, I'm sure compared to a lot of you, you have a lot more than I do, but I really have to start using what I have. And I have a fair amount of digital paper. So, yeah. Okay, I'm putting this at about 1 inch from the bottom, just butting it up to the top. And again, I just used the papers that I had in my digital pack. I didn't, go any further. So, skinny piece goes in here. This one I'm going to do backwards, and I'm going to mark it about where I want it. If I can find my pencil, so I can always erase it. I'm just going to use glue on this one. So I hope everyone is doing well. Excuse me, not doing too bad. I'm thankful for a little bit cooler weather. It's not been easy to deal with that. So now I'm putting this over fairly far. Just trying to kind of measure where it's at so it's not so incredibly crooked. Okay. And I have this little strip that is going to go actually right over here. And this one too. I'm just going to eyeball it. And this, I'm just going to put on with my ATG tape. I am trying to get set up to, they're going to say, get the video set up to do the spatula sleeve covers, whatever you want to call them. It takes me a little bit to get everything to go back and remember how I do the video portion of it. So, okay, this is going to be my right page. I'm going to do my borders on my left page and then come back and finish this. So I'm going to put this aside for a moment and I'm going to, for right now, I'm not going to glue this down until I get things going. This one will be just a little bit different sizes and whatnot. So it's nice to be back to paper piecing, though. I really did miss it. I don't know if I'd mentioned, I got a Glimmer foil system, spellbinders. I love it. I am, okay, well, slowly, I'll say, learning to color with colored pencils and alcohol markers. And I enjoy it. I enjoy the variety. I still love paper piecing. I don't know what it is, but I, I'm trying to make sure I get my pieces the right direction. Anyway, so I still am doing this too. Lately, I don't know what's wrong, but I get bored very easily. I need new challenges for my paper pieces and things, or new ideas of what to do. And I saw on one of the scrapbook channels, she was crafting with Erin. I'm not positive. She had done a 6x8 layout for, I don't know, a year or two, for like once a week, I think is how it ended up to be. Well, anyway, I liked that idea, thinking about how this goes, so bear with me. I like the idea, and I have a 8.5 by 5.5 binder, 2-inch binder, and I'd also seen the Elizabeth Craft planner pages, and I really liked those. So I'm going to start doing something with that too. So I might be coming on to share with that. I'm not sure. That's going to be more of like a, what do I want to say? Maybe you want to call it like a junk journal type thing. Um, let's see, this one should go at 1 inch. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry, I lose my train of thought easily in case you can't tell. It's it could be for photos. It could be just for me to journal something about a day, something we've done or something I've done. If I find recipes, I might put those in there. It's the planner, junk journal type photo album. Um, I had one a while ago. In fact, I think I've got two of them. One I use more for addresses that I need for scrapbooking or stuff that I've sent out. Otherwise, um, I also have one that I kept a lot of notes, recipes, and it has some addresses in there and different things that I had to keep track of. Well, they're smaller, and I just thought this would be something different I could do. So as I get going on that, I'll share some. This one I think I should mark, and that should be at, this one goes up 1 inch from the bottom, and the other one stays straight. It's going up a 1/2 inch or thereabouts. This paper, even though it's digital, I know it shows it's probably very vivid in the video, and it actually is on in real life. Um, I print on presentation paper. Sometimes I print on photo paper. It depends. I'll even print on just regular paper and get the same quality basically. The paper I use depends upon what is handy and what length I have, or what length I need and size and stuff. So this piece from the right side is going to be at about, I'm just trying to measure this, 1.5 inches in, let's say, approximately. Just gonna let it fall. And this striped paper actually should be, turn it around now, should actually be going this way. I just rotated it 90 degrees to get it where I wanted it to be. And I think these started, I sized them down to 6 and maybe 6 1/4, put two squares together and grouped them and everything. So yeah, now the border, this was a border, and then I put it on the plaid background before I printed it. So I finally learned how to manipulate and resize digital paper in Word, Microsoft Word. I don't have to use any other programs, and I don't know, I finally watched a video, found a video that was very helpful, and so thankful for that. Almost forgot about my green piece as I'm jabbering away. I'm also still working on, or I think I did one 8.5 by 11 scrapbook layout. I just haven't shared it recently. I could go back. I just too far up. That's about the only scrapbook layout I had done other than this one I shared on video here recently. Um, I just haven't done a lot this summer other than a bunch of cards. So I think this is a little crooked and I'm not going to try to pick it up. I'm just going to leave it. Okay, photo mats are, I'm going to measure because I used a die and it's stitched. I don't know if that'll show up here. The camera's going to pick it up. Probably not too good. But anyway, I used a die to cut the brown piece out. The white, it's just a piece of paper, and it's not even tacked down. It's just got a little bit of piece. I'll take it off when I put my photos on, so it's not showing. But therefore, 3x4 photos, the length dimensions are about 4 3/8 by 3 1/4. 4 3/8 by 3 1/4. So go ahead and use those. And it's going to be one up here, one here. And I have to think about how this is going. And I might move this around just a little bit once I get my paper piece into. My glasses back on so I can see better. I don't have a clue what I'm using for photos. That's not unusual. I just am creating this first. And I just want to say thank you to everyone. If you saw my first paper piece, this one, Little Scraps of Heaven Designs, I shared that one. This is the other one that I completed. These were so fun, and I did cut them larger. Let me get you some sizes. So from the top of his ear to like the bottom, it's about 5 inches. And then it's about, from the end of his tail to over here, it's about 5 1/4. That's on this one. And then we have this mouse, and he is about, trying to see with the lights, 4 3/4, approximately from this edge of the grass over here. And then height is about 4 3/4 from top of his ear to the grass. And then I did the sun and some clouds with it. And this is from Little Scraps of Heaven Designs also. I think it's called To the Pumpkin Patch. Not 100% sure. Clouds are about, let's say, 2 3/4. And I think this other one's going to be about the same. There's 2 clouds on there. About 2 and 2 and 5/8 maybe. And then the sun is about 2 and 3/8 inch tall, and it's about, and this is approximate. Let me see if I can get. It's about 2 and 3/8 inch wide, so that's going to go on the other page. And then I have some little pieces here that I'll be putting with this. Let's see. To think about this. If this one going, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, to be honest. I think we're going to go with this one. And I'm going to just put my glue just on this very edge over here. And then I have my little, let's see, my little strips here that'll be going under there. So I'm going to first glue those together. So put a little bit on here. And then we'll get the rest of this done. And the Warm Autumn Wishes sentiments, or Warm Autumn Memories, that's actually part of the paper, digital paper kit from Nitwit collection. So I just printed those out. Let me get, oops, this one on first. Let's see. I need some new rulers out here. Just, is that tape still on there? No. Do that. Okay, we're going to go from the bottom and figure out where we want this instead. I'm going to guesstimate it's about 3/4 of an inch from the bottom, or from the top, excuse me. Let's put a little bit of tape on and some glue. I did ink the edges of all my pieces except my 2 sentiment strips. I didn't know what color I wanted to do those in, so okay, I'm going to go about, this is probably only 5/8 inch from the top, but I'm going to go in about 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an ace, somewhere in there. And it may not look straight because the white is not on there straight, so just, oops, forgot something here already. Where's my, yeah, we're good. I'm going to put these pieces underneath. Let's put it on with some glue. Oh, and the other thing I did, I gotta quit doing this stuff. I'm only gonna do it this one year, but I joined a Christmas card swap. That was online, so I only did 10 cards, but I don't know if you happen to see, I did put some on my Facebook group, and I have a few more to post, but so I did that, and I've got to quit these things because I'm not getting stuff done that I want for myself. I'm just going to say, I'm not going to give you the name of this paper. I just don't like the paper because it's got a little tiny texture. I'm fine with that, but it's got a hard, shiny finish. And that's why I don't use it for paper piecing, because it does not take ink well. I do not use this. I don't ink around the edges of my background page, especially for this one, because it doesn't take ink well at all. Just, I don't know, the paper, I used to love the paper, and it changed, and I don't care for it anymore, so I used to use it for paper pieces all the time, the Brandon. Oh, okay. This one I want to come out a little bit. And just kind of trying to figure out where I want my photo mats. I also have not forgotten about the ombre, how I do my ombre ring technique with the sentiments or my bigger chunky words. So I have that on my list of things for videos. I said it's been a crazy summer, so I had a lot of appointments. Always something. And I don't think I've told too many people. I am going to be, I'm just going to say attempting to go back to tutoring this fall. Very limited. It's just the same hours before. It's very, very much part-time. Hoping it works out. We'll see. Everything is trial and error anymore. How things go. So, okay. Now, Kelly did add a bunch of different large leaves and things with the paper pieces she used. I'm choosing not to do that. I'm keeping this layout fairly quiet, should I say. You could use a printed paper down here. You could do some stamping or whatever you wanted. I'm trying to keep some of my layouts a little less busy, just because I want the paper or the paper piece and the photos to show up more. So I was looking for my tweezers, but it probably matters because this will go whichever way it feels like when it's done anyway, but this must go in the middle. I always get the whiskers so twisted when I glue them on. Okay, good. And once the photos are on, obviously it makes a huge difference in things. And you could add some, fall leaves here and stuff. Like I said, I'm just leaving it quite, quite simple. So, okay, let's get the other side finished. Get you on your way. And I think this one still has some glue on it. Just trying to line it up here a little bit for my photo mats. All right. Now I've got my my yellow and blue pieces again, and glue. I'm sure there was something I wanted. Might come back and see what I have for fall stickers, and maybe put a few more stickers on in a few spots. I haven't decided. I will try to remember to share a finished photo and see if that'll help. Let's get this. We're going down about 5/8 of an inch. So where does that put me? If it's not exact, I'm not worried about it. Just put things wherever. Let me pull this down a little bit so you can see a little bit better. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I forget to tell you guys that and I'll get back to you. And I'm very sorry. I want to thank all of my subscribers, my new subscribers, my subscribers that have been with me for a long time. I appreciate you guys very, very much. You guys keep me going most of the time. It's been a tough year and a half, but just life, right? Um, but I just wanted you to know that I didn't forget anybody, and I forget quite often to thank you for stopping by. My memory is getting worse all the time, and it's a lot of it's my medicine, so I try to keep up with it, but it doesn't always work. Now I'm putting these in maybe different spots. They're not going to be even with the other side. I'm okay with that. I just, that's what I want. So this is going down here. So get this on. And again, I'm attempting just to put glue on just one little spot there. And yeah, that's nice. That's right. I want to go with the bottom of the brown, not the white. I have a little bit more with that paper piece to put in, and also got one other element I printed off of Design Space, so show you that in a moment. I want to get my mouse in here so I have some idea of where I want everything. So, I might put something over here, maybe a little sticker or something. I have to see what I have in my fall stuff with some other paper packs. So now these I want to put closer together, and that's what I'm kind of just, okay, so that one's already put. What can I do here? I should have done this first. Oh well, it's fine. Okay, so this blessed. The image blessed and then the sunflower is in Design Space, Cricut Design Space. And then I put it on a white circle. The circle, cut it 2 inches. And then I have I use a die to cut this back brown piece out. And it's just going to go right in here. And that's why I kind of wanted to see where these needed to be, how far out. So I'm going to put this down so I can make sure everything fits okay. I just wanted to bring something in with a little bit of a sentiment, but with sunflowers because of the sunflowers on here. So that was my thinking. And let me get this where I need it. Excuse me, I have to drink when I'm talking. And I'm sorry I can't always talk very loud, so uh, my apologies for that. I'm sure the kids are going to have a good time with that. Although the last time toward the end of the year when I tutored, I started losing my voice at the end of the day, and I'm afraid that's going to happen again here. But uh, I don't give those kids enough credit because they were quite concerned, which just is very heartwarming. I mean, just don't expect that. I shouldn't say that, but I just didn't expect it from them. Because at the beginning of the year, they come in and they're very apprehensive, understandably. And by the end of the year, it's just as if they're your grandchildren or children. I mean, it's very rewarding. I'm actually, I'm a little nervous about going back, but yet I am looking forward to it too. Just hope things go well. I want to look at something. I just think this is going to look so much nicer once those white blobs are off from these. I don't have any small pictures that I can share. I don't think. What do I have in here? I might want to have one of Miss Sassy. I'm just going to use this. It's not big enough. I actually think I have one more that I can put together. It'll make a little sense, but I just think just a moment. I just had it here. My junk. I stack things everywhere, and well, I've got some pictures I have to get a layout done for. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I'm gonna skip it just a moment while I find it. Okay. So these are 2x3s. So give you an idea, it's not going to be so uh, stark when you get these, like I said, white blobs. And if you want to put some pattern paper behind, you can also do that. I think some little stickers maybe might be an idea too. So I'll see what I can find. Excuse me. It is so nice to be able to have the air conditioner off and the blinds open. I live on the top floor of my apartment building, and it sometimes gets a little warm in here. I get the full brunt of the afternoon sun, and I'm trying to get that cloud straight. Not going with the sun this time. I get the full brunt of the afternoon and evening sun, so I get a lot more sun than the other sides, which in the winter is awesome. You have the window or blinds open, but in the summer I don't. So in the air conditioning, the noise was starting to really grate on my nerves. Some days I didn't notice it, and other days, oh, but necessities of life for me. And then I see all of the natural disasters and everything around, and I think we have it we're very lucky, very fortunate. Now, part of me wishes I would have printed paper, light background to go on here. I kind of looked through what I had and I didn't care for anything to go with this, and maybe I should have used white, but like I said, This didn't cut it for me either. Ugh, shutting. So going to go with this. Let me get the glue capped, and then I'm going to try to get both labels as best I can in here for you. See, like I said, until I get some stickers on. So just kind of get these in the best I can. I will, like I said, put some stickers on and things and come back and share with you the final layout. Otherwise, thanks for joining me, everybody, and hanging with me. I really appreciate it. Take care. Have a great day.